Oh, there we go. Okay. I was having issues starting the stream. Anyways, let me start up some music. There we go. So, I saw the Iron Lung movie. It was pretty good. I like this, but that costs money. So let me more filters, price, free. So I need internals. Ooh, gauges. Okay. Add that. Gonna hurt so bad, so bad. That's an interesting submarine. Let's see. Does this one have an interior? I doubt it. Yeah, it absolutely doesn't, does it? That's the thing, if it doesn't have... Oh, can I... There we go. Yep, no interior. Okay. So, can't use that. Let's check. I kind of like how this one looks, but doubtful of it all having an interior again. And we're having some weird shit going on. So one thing that I do like, though, is how it looks. So I will be adding that to my library. So, the Iron Lung movie, I quite enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty good. A lot of the reviews I see that are like negative, I kind of question them. I'm like, really though? Really? Okay, this is taking too long to load. I don't get quite a few of the negative reviews. It's like, did we see the same movie? It's 3D building. Okay, let's see if I can get like interiors. Okay, let's try buildings and architecture. Infrastructure. Okay, let's just try 3D then. See what we can find here. Rusted pipes. Fucking speech impediment. But, there's been quite a few negative reviews I've seen. One of the big things I've heard is like, oh, it's a slow burn. And I'm like, is it really? At least for me, it felt like there was never a point while watching it where I wasn't completely engrossed in what was going on. Like, for how long it is, there's never really a point where I feel like nothing's going on, you know? There's always something happening, something interesting and whatnot. And, here we go. Perfection. And so I definitely, like, don't get some of the negative reviews, because that's been, like, the big negative thing that I've heard is like, oh, it's so slow, there was nothing happening. And it's like, did we watch the same fucking movie? It felt like there was something happening every time. I'm definitely using this. Yeah, I have a great idea for that. Using that for the camera, so you flick it down, and then it, like, as it recharges, it slowly goes back up. That could be interesting. Okay. This definitely has like a vibe to it that's like eerie. Like if I saw this shit under a blood ocean, I would be terrified. I think I'm adding that. let me also open up Google Docs now. So we're gonna call this game ideas. I'm thinking of like making an Iron Lung fan game where it's like, what if Iron Lung wasn't just a short, you know, hour-ish long game and was more of like a, like there's more going on, you know? So some things I need to think of is how would I go about expanding the gameplay to make it last longer without it being boring, without it feeling too repetitive. And I could take some cues from the movie. For instance, one of the most interesting parts of the movie was when Markiplier's character gets knocked out, the Butcher gets knocked out. What was his actual name? It was Samuel, right? Oh god, I forgot his name. Also, I forgot to turn on that. Forgot to turn on shuffle for my music playlist. Let's go with IMDb. This will actually list the characters. Okay, Simon, that's what it was, not Samuel. The guy who told you to cross the wires. That's his name. That's a fantastic name. So that was Ava. What else? I wonder what else these people have been in. Young Simon. Oh, okay, nice. Let's see, what the plot against America, divorce. Oh, she was in Orange is the New Black for only one episode, but still, that's nice. FBI Most Wanted, cool. NCIS, nice. Yeah, like, I didn't know that Iron Lung was a fully, like, self-made movie. Like, I didn't know that Markiplier self-funded that shit. That's crazy. Like, $3 million out of his own pockets. That's insane. And the fact that it's performed as well as it has, oh, I just love that. But yeah, one of the most interesting things is like when Simon gets knocked out, and then when he wakes back up, he's in a location that has not been mapped out yet and whatnot. I thought that was really interesting. Me and my mom were talking about it after watching it, because I went to see it with my mom and my two friends from a birthday, and it was so interesting. Because it's like, there's so many ways you can think about it. I feel like I'm hoping in the next few weeks there's videos of like theories and ending explained sort of stuff, because I definitely feel like there's a lot that can be talked about. You know, I feel like it's not necessarily something you can take at face value. I talked about this with my mom when we got out of the movie. I was all like, damn, I feel like that's a movie that I need to watch like 10 more times, and I need to watch like 5 2-hour-long video essays on it to fully understand everything that happened. Like, I feel like it's one of those things where every detail definitely, like, there's something in every detail. There's so many shots where like, when he tapes over the button for the camera, which that's one thing that I want to add, is, I kind of want to make this, like, Iron Lung the movie, the game, almost. So, like, gameplay. Do underline, and let's turn this into a title. No, not a title, a heading. There we go. Get rid of the spacing. Single space. Why is it like that? Okay, fine. Normal text, and just make it big. and underline it. There we go. Get rid of the underlining and now make it like 12 and bullet points. Okay. Taping of camera. Automate camera. Automate photo taking. Something like that could be interesting. Although if I go with the idea of it being the lever though, like I said, if it's the lever instead, so like possibly. But yeah, so like there's a lot of scenes where during that section where the camera is just kind of going by itself. It's in the background and there's so much happening that you can't focus on what the camera's capturing. So I feel like there's, if you like go back and you like frame by frame through that section of the movie, you could definitely like pick up on some like details of what the camera's picking up on. Like maybe you'll see the big fish monster thing swim by in one of the pictures or something. And I think it's possible, let's, you know, cop out right here. This is a storyline most people would hate. But, I think it's possible that he died. Simon died after, like, because if you think about it, when he goes to that new area and finds that ship and whatnot, he then has that weird dream sequence where he's out of the blood ocean. Or on top of the blood ocean, you know, coming out of the blood and seeing the big fucking monster and shit. And then he wakes back up in the ship and it's like, okay, so how much of what just happened was a dream or hallucination or whatever. And there's the whole thing of like the low oxygen. So like CO2 causing, you know, carbon monoxide causing like, hallucinations and whatnot. So there's a lot to be questioned on about like the second half of the movie, how much of that is really happening and how much of it is hallucinations. Did he die already, like when he smacked against the ground and then woke up and started having those weird hallucinations? Was he dead and those were all just like, you know, visions that happened before he like fully passed on? There's a lot to be theorized there. And I'm hoping that, like, in the next coming weeks, there's people that actually, like, take the movie seriously enough to make those kinds of theory videos. I'm looking forward to that. I hope that happens. I'm not smart enough, and I don't have enough money to go see it again. So I just kind of have to wait for it to, like, come out on, like, Amazon or some shit. If it ever does. But yeah, so let's see. Another thing would be, I think like the player drawing their own map at some point, you know? Going, oh. Off. Mapped area. Player. So I think we should call this added gameplay elements. I think having more ship malfunctioning things. So like having it be more of like a micromanaging kind of thing could be interesting. Let's see what else. A bigger ship could be interesting, but I feel like having be as claustrophobic as it is nice. And so there's another thing. I could make it VR, and there is a short film that I recently watched. It was a student short film. Peak. Anyways. If we go here. As you can see, I've been watching a lot of Iron Lung stuff, but here it is. So this short film honestly has such a cool idea. So as you can see right here, right here, the person is actually sitting down and they have a keypad that they press on to take photos. Right here. So they have to press that button. I think that could be interesting for like a VR take on Iron Lung. You know, making it something where you aren't moving around could be really interesting. But I'm going to put that on the back burner of ideas. Another thing I thought about and I've talked about with my mom after seeing the Iron Lung movie is, you know what? Iron Lung could make for a really fucking sick, like, escape room. And you wouldn't even have to spend much money on it. Like, what? Three screens. 2 of them could be dog shit, because they would just be displaying coordinates. And the other one could also be dog shit to add, like, you could literally have, like, 3 CRT screens if you wanted. Go to your local scrap yard, grab some scrap metal to make the interior. Like, it could be the cheapest thing ever. The hardest part would be coding it, you know? But it could make for a dope escape room, because it's like, it could be like, part of it is like solving a maze. You know, you have a, like, cool idea here. You have a maze, but you can't see the maze. You are the one having to map out the maze to find the exit. And, like, there's, you know, the fish monster coming for your ass. So that could be interesting. Instead of, like, going into a off-mapped area, instead, nothing is mapped out. You're the first vessel, you know? You're the first one to go down there to begin the mapping out of the area. That could be interesting. That could be an interesting thing. Let's see. So, like, what is the end goal? I think that's like one thing that, if you're making a game, I think this is an issue a lot of games run into. I talked about this in one of my Outer Wilds story mod streams, where I was playing an Outer Wilds story mod that had, like, these really cool puzzles, but they didn't make sense necessarily within the story itself. I feel like that's a big issue that a lot of game developers have. They have really cool ideas for gameplay mechanics, but that's about it. So it's like, the mechanics are cool, but there's nothing else that makes the game interesting. And this is something that needs to be said. When you're making a game, you gotta plan out your end goal, alright? if you don't have, like, at least your beginning and ending mapped out, it's probably not going to end up very good. You want the gameplay to complement your story, not a story built around your gameplay. I mean, unless you're making a multiplayer game, in which case story fucking doesn't matter at all. But if you're making a single player game, story is going to be the main thing that carries it. If you look at most video games, most successful single player video games, FNAF is an exception, obviously. But even with FNAF, it still had the weird, like, things that made it interesting, and I think if FNAF didn't have the phone guy, if it didn't have the it's me hallucinations, and if it didn't have the newspaper clippings, I don't think it would have gotten nearly as big as it did. I think it very much would have been a fad. Sort of like Slender the 8 Pages. It still would have been highly successful, but it would not be the mega, like, series it is, the mega franchise it is now. And that's something that, like, when it comes to video games, if you're making a single-player video game, look at every successful single-player video game. They all have a really good story, and the gameplay complements that story. And as somebody who sucks at writing dialogue, I hate that. I'm very good at world building, but I cannot write dialogue to save my life. All right. So I get the pain. Trust me, I understand. But, you know, if you want your single-player game to be successful, you at least have to be good at world building. You need people interested in your world. Your character writing, voice acting, whatever, can be dog shit. But if the world is really interesting, people won't give a shit, you know? Iron Lung is a good example of that. Now, I'm not saying that the dialogue and whatnot is bad. I don't think it is. But people don't really talk about the characters, you know? They don't talk about the fucking... Is there a voice? I don't remember. It's been so long since... It's been 3 years since I watched gameplay of it, but the beginning, I think it has like a voiceover at the beginning, you know, explaining everything to you. But like, that just goes to show how little that matters. The voice acting does not need to be good. The character writing doesn't have to be good if your world building is really good. And Iron Lung's world building is really fucking good. There's a lot of mystery there, not many answers, but also it's clear that, well, I wouldn't say it's clear that the ending had, you know, was written, you know? I think the ending just kind of happened. I definitely think Iron Lung is a case of the gameplay was made first, and then they were all like, I don't know how to end this. And I will say the ending isn't, like, the best, but it works, you know? And that's kind of what I want to do, is I want to have a different ending. I want to have an ending that, like, pulls you further into the world. You know, I think the jump scare ending was fine, but I don't want to go with that. I want to go with something else. I think Iron Lung would have been better if the monster didn't jump scare you. There's 2 endings I have in my head. One is you escape, barely. So it's like you hear banging, your ship is fucking, like there's camera shakes, your fucking ship is being attacked, but you just barely escape. So you never see what was after you, but you're pretty damn sure something was after you. And this is another thing. I don't think the game ever explains that your camera is an X-ray. I might be wrong about that, because once again, it's been 3 years since I've watched any gameplay of Iron Lung. But I'm pretty sure there was never any, like, things that told you that your camera was an X-ray. And I think that was one of the best inclusions of the movie, is finding out that the camera was a superpowered X-ray, because then it changes everything that we saw from that point, you know, from before that point, and it changes everything we see after that point. All of the bones we saw of these fish monster things, it's now, wait, was that really bones of a dead fish? Or was that an alive fish that we just shot with a fucking X-ray? And I think, like, including that as a story beat would be terrifying. You know, having that, like, twist, that mid-game twist of, oh yeah, all these bones that you've been taking pictures of may or may not be living creatures. And then it would also make it interesting for if those bones, you know, you take a picture, you see bones. You take another picture, all of a sudden, bones are gone. Like, that would be creepy. And then having it revealed, oh yeah, the camera's actually an X-ray. Terrifying. You know, all of a sudden, it's like, oh, the bones disappearing. I don't think that thing that I took a picture of was dead. Just like, food for thought there. But yeah. Luckily, I don't think this would be too complicated to make. So the next thing we're going to look at is 3D environments. And I'm going to look for... there's nothing for seafloor, it's aquatic. Well, shit. This is like the only good one. And it's still kind of dog shit. Okay, dungeon. Could theoretically work. We have this Megascan one. Probably the best I'm gonna get. Yeah, this one could work. I'll keep this in the back pocket. Desert could work for, like, underwater stuff. Because, once again, it's probably going to be black and white CRT look. So we got horror. Yeah, nothing here. Industrial is probably going to be good. Oh, having a generator you have to power up could be interesting. That would be part of ship malfunction events, would be so power generator could be interesting. Let's see what interiors we got going on. Stacy's mom. It's gotta go with Okay. Okay, so we're also going to now look for, like, a CRT in, yeah. Let's see. What's the best looking CRT we got going here? What are you? Oh, that's kind of creepy. Okay. I'll add that to my library because that's pretty good. Yeah, I think that's the best one. See, all products. Okay. Yeah, no CRT filters. Let's get rid of free and look up CRT. Here we go, yeah. So this is one that I already have, though, so I think we're actually good then. Oh, that's so nice. Okay, I'm adding that to my wish list. Is there... There we go. Wish list that motherfucker, because that looks nice. Let's see, what about these? Ooh. Ooh! Ooh! Add that one. Okay, let's try, like, retro screen. Once again, we're gonna do more. Price, free. Free. And what I want to look for is, like, just screens that are by themselves, like this, sort of. I don't want it to be a part of, like, a computer, you know? Hanging monitor. Retro game controller, that's pretty cool. That's the thing that you control the sub with? That would be fucked up. I like that. Let's see, that's a pretty nice looking monitor. Add that, because why not? Fucking typewriter. Sci-fi display. I think I like that. That's the radio you use. That is interesting. I kind of like that. Let's see. PS1 computer. Vintage radio. That's kind of cool. Ooh, that's actually really cool. I might. Let's see what else we got going on. What? Okay. That was just like pre-made games. You know what? Yeah, let's add PSX. Okay, that's sick. I like these flashlights. They're creepy looking. PSX is just like PS1 stuff is just so good. Like, there's something about it that is just so perfect for horror. Oh, fuck yes, please. Asteroids. That could be interesting. Yo, this would be terrifying. Like, imagine you're underwater and you fucking see that. I'm dipping. I'm out of there. A lighter. Retro car with interior. Fuck yes, baby. The horror kit. I'll whore your org. I take that back. Bus stop. It's literally just this, okay. We have a diner. I assume all these are made by the... Yeah, they're all made by the same person. The 612! Why not 6? I'm killing myself. Okay. Anyways. Yeah, sure, just add all of these. Midnight mode, retro soundtrack, sure. It's not AI, right? Okay. When it comes to my sound, I like to make it not AI. And go with this, because that's creepy looking. 3, thank you very much. I have no money. I have no money. Go with this. Go with this. What the fuck is this? Different kind of bus stop. I like that, actually. Air conditioners. Oh, washing machine. The fucking sun. It's just the sun. Interesting. Wooden box. You have to have a wooden box in your PSX game, you know. The fridge. I'm definitely going for that. That's cool. And then a vending machine. Go for it. An abandoned farm. An old mansion. A church. A house. Your mom. Going with this one. Definitely going for that. Let's see, anything else? Guess radios. And sure, interior pizzeria. Yes, actually, that's perfection. Okay, I have ideas. Okay, so back to this. I have different ideas. I've decided. Son of a bitch. Restart and update. Fuck off, dude. Every time I open up fucking Epic Games, I swear to fucking God. Do I have Rocket League installed? I don't think I do. Oh, I do. Alright. We're restarting now. I'm deleting that. I had an idea, and now I'm doing a different idea. Excusez-moi, motherfucker. I guess restart and update, try that. But yeah, it could be interesting to have it being a lying down thing, so like there's no movement keys, or your movement keys control the sticks. So instead of it all being like buttons that you press, it would be like your keyboard and whatnot. I think having it be a keyboard that you use to control your ship could be interesting. So, keyboard controls. No player movement. You know, kind of have it be like a FNAF in a way, where it's like you're in a death box. Like, there is no space to move. You know, you could maybe sit up a little bit, but you'd be smacking your head on the ceiling if you try to sit up all the way, sort of thing. Could be interesting. Like, maybe you're laying... Oh, it could be like you're laying on your stomach, keyboard in front of you. You know, so you have like a keyboard in front of you. You're told, you know, WASD. Kind of like tank controls. So W and S go forward and backward. A and D rotate, or not rotate, but turn your ship, or sub in this case. That could be interesting. And then to take a picture, I don't know, spacebar. And then, you know, you move your character's camera with your mouse. So like you look around using the mouse, and then whenever something breaks, you click it with your mouse, sort of thing could be interesting. I kind of like that idea. So I guess I should change this to stationary player. Okay, fuck you, Epic Games. Piece of shit. Every fucking time I try to fucking use this. This fucking app sucks ass. Whatever. Tell me I need to update it, and I kill you, motherfucker. Man, I'm starting to think that fucking Unity is a goddamn virus, bro. What the shit? Let's see what else we got. I'm probably ending soon. I was planning on actually coding things, but I'm tired. I'm probably gonna work on this tomorrow, so I'll stream it. It's 3:25, Arlo. You still got an hour. Sorry. I heard my dog go outside of my door because he wants food. I love you. I'll be out in a second, you know, so I can, like, hang out with you downstairs until it's dinner time. Anyways. So. Maybe it could be multiple endings. So in one ending you escape and in the other one you die. And I think it would be more interesting, instead of it busting through your ship, if it's more like the movie where the fucking teeth like come through the ship and whatnot, tearing it apart. More like a Outer Wilds anglerfish death, where you're just swallowed. So you like see, oh, that could be interesting. When the death ending happens, maybe the hull, you know, the hull shield. Don't claw at my fucking door, asshole. Sorry about that. But, yeah, like having, like, the window shield drop down and you just see the teeth. And then everything goes dark. You died. That could be interesting. Because I definitely think I don't want the monster to ever be seen. I think that's more terrifying. So it's just sounds the entire time. And then maybe a death if you fail to escape. Yo, having a chase scene where you have the monitor, like, with the blinking dots showing, you know, when you're too close to objects and whatnot, and you just have an object chasing you, because, this short film does the exact same thing. Let's see, where is it? Yeah, right here. Let me back it up. Like, having this would be pretty deep, pretty neat. you just have this dot that starts chasing your ship, and like that's when you can get either or ending. What would be even more scary is if, as you're escaping, more and more dots start showing up. Maybe dots of different sizes or something. That could be interesting. I don't know. Probably not dots of differing sizes. But yeah, just like more and more dots start showing up. And you just hear more and more fucking whale noises coming through. Shaking the fuck out of your ship. And like your ship hull starts getting punctured and like the blood starts leaking in, sort of like the original Iron Lung. But instead of dying at the very end, you either die or you escape. So yeah. You know what? I still feel like this only works as like an hour-long game. But I actually have decided, I think, that I will add it to my Silent Bells video game. And I'm changing my aesthetic to PSX, or PS1, since low poly is much easier to create than realistic graphics. It'll also be less graphically intensive that way and whatnot, so I'd be saving on processing power that way. Less polygons, more FPS, you know? So yeah. I think I'm gonna keep this as like an hour-ish long thing. 2 different endings. And some secrets to get the escape ending, actually. Because my original Silent Bells idea had some stuff that I can't explain. Anyways, I'm gonna hang out with my dog and take a shit or something. I'm having a VTuber meeting, a management meeting. So yeah. I will work on this tomorrow, most likely, and I'll see y'all guys then. See you all in the next one. Peace.